Hey guys, welcome back to Say Mojo Homestead. We are actually off site today. If you've been following us, our greenhouse build did not get completed for this growing season. And so I was just talking to my friend Jess about our plans for seed starting and how we're gonna do it and just kind of troubleshooting that. And she offered to let us use some space in her greenhouse this season, and I am so incredibly thankful and excited. Hopefully we'll have a better success rate than moving them inside and outside of our house than we have in the past, but also I can kind of ask her questions and learn about the best way to use a greenhouse and any questions I have regarding watering and all of those things, and kind of learn from her experience as I'm doing this. And then next year, when we do have our greenhouse, I will be more prepared. I'll know exactly what I need to do and how often I need to water, and because obviously in a greenhouse you have the humidity. There are just things that are different than moving them inside and outside. Hardening them off is probably the same, but as far as watering, I don't want to cause any root rot, and I don't want to overwater. I don't want to underwater and have them dry out. So I can take this season and kind of learn from her as I start my seeds in her greenhouse. If you saw Jeremy's video, we have a wide variety of peppers we're growing this year. We were blessed with an abundance of pepper seeds. I'm so excited about having all the variety that we get to have. Having that variety gives us the ability to make some really amazing spices that will meet all of our culinary needs. Also, they're beautiful, and we love having all the fun colors in the garden. We have some purple, black, green, yellow, red. It's gonna be just beautiful in our garden this year. So peppers take a fairly long time to grow. So they're the first thing I'm going to seed start. So I'm gonna go ahead and start planting. I'm gonna try to do, since I have two different trays, I'm gonna try to do one tray of sweet and one tray of hot, because even though we do plant kind of our wild, crazy planting style, we do like to have kind of a general idea as to which part of the garden our spicy peppers are in. I'm gonna grab my basket back here. So I'm gonna just plant a couple of each variety. Obviously, when you have this many peppers, you don't need a ton. And these have around a 90% germination rate. So I'm probably just gonna put 2 in each cell and call it a day. Jeremy and I were talking about our garden and the expansion and how we didn't really use all of our space last year. We actually ended up having a lot of empty space in our garden. And that's something I really want to make sure that we just don't do this year. I want to use this space that we've prepared for food, but because, you know, we expanded the garden, we spent the time and the money doing that, but also because the more I learn about the lack of concern, I guess, regarding our food and our food system, and just the toxic food that's out there, the more it makes me realize that I really do need to be planting food and growing food that not only like can feed our family dinner, but also can be kind of replacing our snack items, our lunch items. We like having all these variety of peppers because I better make sure I know. Okay, yeah, these are hot. I got a little distracted there. But, you know, when they're all these pretty pepper plants and they have different flavors, and some of them are more sweet and some of them are a little spicy, and, you know, they're just more fun to eat, then my children are more likely to go in the garden and grab some peppers for snack. Selah loves the little lunchbox peppers. the little tiny peppers that are really sweet. She loves going out there and snacking on them. She loves taking them in our lunch. So having a variety of foods that she can choose from. And that's the same with our carrots. Like, we like to have all the variety of our carrots, the different varieties of carrots, because they're more likely to go out there and grab something that is fun and different that they can't buy at the grocery store and take that in their lunch. If we're going to do everything we can to provide healthy dinners and healthy food for them, but sending regular granola bars from the store or whatever as their snacks, then we aren't really doing our job or meeting our goal for our family. I have a family member that's been dealing with some kidney stuff, and I was reading on like the American Kidney Foundation page, the National Kidney Health page or something like that. I don't even really remember, but they said that for every serving of processed food, your chances of having kidney failure, 5%. Every serving. And I'm thinking of the amount of servings I've eaten in my lifetime, the amount of servings my children have eaten, and the fact that just like what started this journey was me reading on this reputable national website that, again, I didn't even know what homesteading was at that point. Just this government-based article stating that the conventional way of producing milk from a commercial standpoint was causing infertility in females. Like, why? Why do we have this knowledge? Why do they have this knowledge? And it's okay. Like, it's FDA approved. It's okay to sell. It's recommended to families, recommended to children. Yet developing females, statistically, they were showing that it was causing infertility. And I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand why it was okay. And why they should have this knowledge and then tell me to be giving my daughter that milk. It blows my mind at what is said about this food and still what is deemed okay to eat. And to me, like, it makes me mad, but it's on me. Like, I have this information. They're putting it out there for anyone to read. And so if I have the information, what do I do with it? Do I just get mad, or do I take further steps and use the resources we have to do a little bit more to ensure that my children are eating food that is actually feeding their bodies and not introducing them to more toxin and poison and stuff that their body was not created to process. So it's kind of become a soapbox for me, the fact that our government and that people are saying, like, this food is not okay. People who do these studies and research this food say it is not good for you. Yet it is still allowed to be in our grocery stores. It's still on our shelves, on every shelf, in every establishment, not even grocery stores. I mean, it's in CVS. It's in, every single store you go in, there's the opportunity to buy fake food. More opportunity to buy fake food than real food. Yet we have this knowledge that it's horrible for our bodies and that we can't process it well. So I'm not going to just sit here and get angry. I'm going to look at our food system and what we can do on our homestead to produce and make more food that I can be confident when my children eat is not going to hurt their bodies and not put things in their bodies that their bodies weren't created to process. I know I'm not gonna do it perfectly every time. We're about to go on a competition, like a dance competition. Do I know that there's gonna be times when we're gonna eat food that is not perfect or great for us, that's probably full of preservatives and stuff we shouldn't be eating? Yes, we have a studio luncheon one day of the competition, and we just get food from a local like fast food restaurant. I think this time actually we're doing Publix, but it's still not organic, not farm raised, probably has stuff in it that they're not supposed to eat. I know there are going to be situations when they're going to be eating stuff that is not homegrown, not organic, not farm raised. We don't know the ingredients. It's probably going to have preservatives, all of that. But if I can control 90% of their diet and find ways to make really good, healthy, homegrown snacks and lunches and breakfasts and dinners, and they're eating mostly good food, then I feel like I have taken that knowledge that I've been given, that I've found, and I've done something about it in the areas that I can control. And outside of those areas, I feel like there will be, it'll be okay. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to let it be a source of anxiety. I'm just going to take the information and do what I can to ensure that we have good, healthy, fresh food available to us, and that I'm doing everything in my power to help them have a healthy diet that is helping their bodies grow strong and develop appropriately without having to worry about, what the food is doing to their bodies that they're putting into it all the time. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a year of looking at what we have growing, looking at ways to preserve them that are fun for the kids to eat, that they enjoy eating, that they can take in their lunches, and also just to use as much space as we can to pack it all in and grow as much as we can so that we can have healthy food options year round. That's really where I feel like I'm lacking the most. So that's the goal this year. I'm really excited about this opportunity to learn from Jess and to have my stuff in this space and be able to ask her questions. And I hope you guys can follow along and use this as an opportunity. If you're dreaming of a greenhouse one day, of a window greenhouse, kind of use this journey as we document it on how to grow successfully your first year in a greenhouse. And if I do things poorly or if I do them wrong, she will let me know and I will let you know. That way we can all learn how to be successful growing in a window greenhouse. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these sweet peppers, and head home because I have a long list of things I need to do since it's a competition weekend for us. But thank you for hanging out with me in my friend's window greenhouse and planting seeds with me. I hope you guys have a great week and be blessed.